Rigid routines don't work for flexible seasons, and summer is literally the most flexible season of all. The sun is up longer, kids are home way more, days are definitely more fluid, and instead of fighting that, what if we worked with it? So here's where those habits come in. Tiny, repeatable actions that really anchor the day without locking you into a schedule that collapses at the first sign of chaos. Hey friend, welcome to Tidy the Clutter podcast. I'm Mariah and I'm so glad you're here. This is your space for discovering real-life ways to simplify both your home and digital world. Life moves fast, and between work, family, and everything else on your plate, finding time to get organized can really feel overwhelming. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be. Each episode, we'll be exploring practical strategies and simple solutions that make organizing feel doable, even on your busiest days. Whether you're looking to create routines that stick, streamline your digital life, or bring more calm to your living spaces, you'll find actionable tips you can start using right away. So get comfy, grab your favorite drink, and let's dive in. Okay, let me guess. You had this summer vision. The color-coded schedule, the themed days, the library trips, the crafts. Oh my gosh, even the popsicles. They're all beautifully balanced with quiet time and maybe, just maybe, a clean house. And now what? We are 2 weeks, 3 weeks in, and that schedule has completely melted. It's gone, crumpled in the recycling bin with last year's lunchbox art that we just found. You're looking around at a trail of snack wrappers, forgotten water balloons, and kids who apparently have no concept of time or noise level. You are working from home or you're juggling a million things, and it feels like the whole day slips away before you even get to the good stuff. I see you, and my friend, I am right there with you. Today, we are not talking about how to build the perfect summer routine. We are talking about what to do when the plan falls apart and how a few tiny flexible habits can keep your home and your mind from falling with it. So let's jump in. And if you want a bit of background on how to reboot routines when they've totally unraveled on you, check out episode 21. It's a great follow-up. It's all about simple steps to get back on track without that overwhelm. So last week in episode 34, we talked about kid spaces that grow with your summer, how to organize in a way that doesn't require consistent micromanaging. And that episode lit a fire for so many of you because it's not just the stuff that overwhelms us, it's the systems or the lack of them that make summer feel like a free-for-all. So this week, I want to zoom in on the heart of the summer chaos, our routines, or even more specifically, the ones that were supposed to work but completely flunked. I want to walk you through the exact mindset that I'm using this summer as a work-from-home mom who knows what it feels like to try too hard, scrap the plan, and then start again. And I want to give you 3 tiny habits that really don't require a color-coded chart, but they will still bring peace to your space. Sound good? Okay, let's dive in. So here's the thing, and I say this with so much love. Rigid schedules are a setup for burnout. You make a plan, you carve out themed days. You say, Monday is library day, Tuesday, we're going to work on science experiments. Wednesday, we will go to the park. And maybe for one glorious week, it kind of works. But then what? Work gets busy. A meeting pops up. One kid has a meltdown. The other didn't sleep. You didn't sleep. Someone forgot their shoes. The dishwasher floods. Life just seems to happen. And the plan completely unravels. And if you're anything like me, you get frustrated. Like, I know these are out of my hand things that I can't control, but I get so frustrated because I guess I pour my heart and soul into my plan. And so when it comes undone, I feel really bummed. But not just at the schedule, but I feel bummed at myself. Why can't I stick to it? Why can other moms make this look so easy? Let me tell you something. And this is for myself too, because I feel like I have accepted it, but there are some times where I still need to remind myself, rigid routines don't work for flexible seasons. And summer is literally the most flexible season of all. The sun is up longer, kids are home way more, days are definitely more fluid. And instead of fighting that, what if we worked with it? So here's where those habits come in. Tiny, repeatable actions that really anchor the day without locking you into a schedule that collapses at the first sign of chaos. Let me share what we're doing in our house. So we have exactly 2 non-negotiables for our summer days this summer. 1, no electronics before lunch. And 2, chores and reading must be done first thing. So it can be after lunchtime, but there's still no electronics unless the chores and reading are completely done. And that's it. Those are my 2 non-negotiables for this summer. Everything else, it's going to bend. That is my goal this summer. It is going to bend. So some days the girls play outside. Some days they build Barbie villages. Some days I give into Play-Doh. I can't quite give myself the okay for slime. For some reason, I just can't do the slime thing. But no matter what, those 2 things are my anchor. No screens until we've done the basics. And honestly, it's working. It gives the day some shape without really boxing us in. So if you're overwhelmed, I'm going to say start here. What's 1 or 2 things that would make your day feel grounded? Maybe it's everyone gets dressed before breakfast, or a 10-minute tidy right before lunch, or even after lunch, or dinner together at the table. Keep it small and keep it super doable. And don't worry about doing all the things. Just anchor your day. If you're looking for more ideas like this, I would definitely suggest checking out episode 18. It breaks down a weekly reset that's flexible and actually sticks, and it's definitely worth bookmarking for your Sunday evenings. So now let's talk about the real villain of summer, the mess. Oh my gosh. For us, the playroom gets insane. It is so wild because my girls are upstairs with me while I work, and my desk is in the playroom because I want to be there with my kiddos, right? And it really quickly turns into a toy tornado. It's a disaster. Now here's the game changer. We don't try to keep it clean all day. We just commit to the 15-minute reset twice a day, before lunch or after lunch, and after dinner. And that's it. It's really not perfect, and some days we don't get both in. Some days I need to call in a bribe. Hi, here's some popsicles. But it's kind of a rhythm, and it brings the house back to neutral without me doing it all myself. And it's fast, and we do it regularly. 15 minutes is plenty. I dive into this even more in episode 29 if you'd like to check that out. I will have it in the show notes. And we really talk about 15-minute evening resets can make mornings feel more peaceful and light again. Do you want a little bit of help with this? Because I made a cheat sheet just for you. It's called the 15-minute reset checklist, and it's going to be giving you quick wins when your house feels completely out of control, even if you only have 5 minutes. So you can grab it at today's show notes, tidytheclutter.com/035. It's the tool I use when I want to stop spiraling downward and just take one helpful action. So let's just quickly pause. If your summer already feels messy, let me say this out loud. You haven't failed and you are not behind. You're just in a season where your life is full and loud and very stretchy, if you will. These rhythms we're talking about, they're not about control. They're more about support. So just find a few tiny anchors to hold on to when the rest of the day kind of floats by. You're doing better than you think, and I promise that. Now, let's have another real moment. Some days, even the tiniest habits don't happen. The day just kind of explodes. Kids are fighting, you're behind on work, dinner is literally whatever you can microwave or find leftovers in the fridge. So what do you do then? You reset. Not perfectly, not completely, just one simple step forward. Here are a few from the checklist that you can try. So toss or recycle 5 things off the counter. Close 10 open tabs on your computer. Do a 3-item to-do list. Drink a full glass of water. Mamas, we gotta rehydrate. I mean, this is a great reminder. Are you drinking some water right now? Reset one room with a 5-minute timer. That's it. That's the reset. You don't have to fix the whole day. Just step back into it with some grace. And if you need that list written down so your brain doesn't have to come up with it, it's going to be linked in the show notes at tidytheclutter.com/035. Use it like a lifeline. And if you're still feeling like you don't even have 5 minutes, episode 30 is just for you, my friend. It's going to walk through how to make real progress, even with a jam-packed schedule. So let's kind of wrap up today. I mentioned a few different things. And one thing that I do want to point out is I love my 2-toy rule of thumb. I guess it's not even 2 toys. It's like a 2-toy themed rule. But in the summer, I tend to not be able to action that very well. So what it is that the girls might be playing Barbies and then they decide, no, let's play with the magnet tiles. And then they decide, no, let's play kitchen. And so now we've got 3 different themes out. And so I would usually say, oh, wait, okay, hold on. Let's hone it in and clean up one of the other toys that you're not playing with. And then the girls are like, oh, okay. And then they'll hurry and clean it up and then get the new one out. But in the summer, it seems like the toys are rapid firing out of the cubbies. And I cannot keep up with those. So I don't worry about that during the summer. When school starts again, I reinforce that with my little one. And she kind of gets back into the habit oh yeah, okay, that's okay. But in the summer, I stick to my 2 non-negotiables, which again, for this summer is going to be my no electronics before lunch and chores and reading must be done first. So here's what I want you to take away from today's episode. You don't need a better summer schedule. You need a couple tiny habits that really work even when the schedule melts. Start with 1 or 2 anchors. Try the 15-minute reset. Download the checklist, which is going to be in today's show notes, and then give yourself permission to bend. Because this season isn't about perfection. It's about presence. You need to be as present as you possibly can. And sometimes our presence is limited. We need to be honest there. And you are doing great. Next week, I've got something a little fun for you. I'm excited. It's going to be just a gentle challenge to help you take one small area and actually feel like you made progress. No pressure, just a win. So be sure you come back for that. And everything we talked about today, it's going to be waiting for you at tidytheclutter.com/035. Thanks for hanging out with me today, my friend. I am cheering you on as always. That's all for today's episode. Remember, creating a tidy home isn't about perfection. It's about taking one small step at a time. Each tiny win adds up. And before you know it, you are making real progress in your space and your life. I hope you're leaving today feeling excited about your next small step forward. Did this episode hit home for you? Share it with that friend who's been feeling overwhelmed lately. Sometimes knowing we're not alone in the struggle is exactly what we need to hear. And if you are loving these tips, following the podcast and leaving a quick review really helps other moms discover these simple solutions too. You can find all the resources mentioned in today's episode, plus explore our previous episodes at tidytheclutter.com/podcast. And hey, if you haven't grabbed your free digital declutter checklist yet, this is your friendly reminder, my friend. Digital clutter is sneaking into our lives more and more each day, but you can take control before digital clutter takes control of you. Head over to tidytheclutter.com/digital15 to get started. Until next time, keep things simple, stay focused, and enjoy those small wins along the way. Take care and talk soon.